Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. This one is me doing a little commentary of a ranked speedrun I got. This is my first sub 15 with no calc, and I guess just my first ranked sub 15 in general. Oh, actually no, it's not, because I had the 1132, but the 1132 was only with one portal, and I didn't even use Axis, so I didn't actually count that as really a no calc sub 15. Um, when I started speedrunning, I made a commitment to use Axis until I got a sub 15 time, and then I would switch over to using calc. And now, finally, I have gotten that sub 15 no calc time. At least I have in ranked. I've gotten close a couple times in RSG, but still not quite there yet. But yeah. So, yeah, the seed was pretty good, as you'll see. And it finally let me get the sub 15 with Axis and switch over to calculator. So I'll talk a bit more about Axis later in the run if you don't know a whole lot about that. But for now, I'll just talk about the overworld. Yep, so it's just a shipwreck seed. Not enough iron for shears, so just gonna make a stone axe and mine some wood. Shears are obviously really good for leaves, but you're not always gonna get them. So yeah, just gonna mine a few extra wood, a few extra logs so I can get some more blocks, and then craft my stuff, my boat, my doors, and then I'll be out of here. So yeah, I've been on sub 15 pace a few times. Um, like months ago I had a 12-minute end enter. Unfortunately that did not end very well. So I could have gotten the sub 15 no calc just that long ago. That's the fastest pace I've been on. I'm pretty sure it's still the fastest pace I've been on. Maybe this is faster. I'm not sure. Obviously it ended up being a slower time. But yeah. So I'm just mining the gravel. Gravel rates are not the best. But yeah, now I'm in the ravine. Not very many 2x1 magma formations, but there is one, fortunately. So yeah, that's that. And unfortunately I mess up just a little bit. But it's not that big of a deal. My opponent I don't think has gotten hot stuff yet, so I'm still ahead. Maybe they have and I just wasn't looking, I don't know. Anyway, as you can see, I'm in the nether, and I instantly spot the fortress, and then there is the housing bastion right next to it. So yeah, this is a really good nether. So I'm like, okay, this is the time where like I know it's gonna be, I know this is gonna be the sub 15 just as long as I lock in. So yeah, I'm just building up to the top of housing where I can start my top down route, which, yeah, I like playing top down a lot more than doing manhunt because it's just more consistent, I guess. I'm waiting for this pig to just not be right in my face so that it doesn't instantly hit me. Fortunately, it doesn't. And yeah, so I break the chest to anger the piglins, then I run down, start my route, and yeah. Yeah, there's not much to say here, I guess. Just, yeah, doing the stuff. I do that really cool. This is something I found from Aquacord. Um, I'm not sure if he does this all the time, but in at least one of his runs, he did this really cool thing where he chucks the gold onto the block that you're about to dig for the hole, and then it gets the piglins trading just a fraction faster, and it only saves a couple of seconds, but you know it's just cool. It's just cool to have that really small time save, even though it doesn't matter at all at my level that I'm at right now, it just feels nice to do those little micro things. Yeah. So right now after I've, traded everything, like put all the gold in the hole for the piglins to trade, I'm doing my pre-crafting, sorting out my inventory, and yeah, this is a little bit of weird axe shenanigans going on. I get it sorted out eventually. I don't need to pyrite because I see the fortress. Maybe I probably could have done a pearl hang, but it's not really necessary because yeah, everything's just so fast in housing anyway. Like, my pigs are done right now. And I don't actually get that much string. I only have 40 string after I craft my blaze bed. So I go, okay, maybe I should trade a little bit more gold. And I'm not sure if that actually gets me any more gold, string. It does though, so that's good. And I waste a little bit of time here just like figuring out inventory stuff. But honestly, I don't really need to spend that much time in the bastion. I can sort out my inventory at the blaze spawner at the fortress. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm lowering my render distance to look for hoglins, but I guess just none of them are spawning. I checked this ruin portal. No golden carrots in there. So yeah, I do go to the pickaxe though, because gold pickaxe might be handy, especially for a low explosive run like this, where I only have 52 string. Although, yeah, I don't actually know. I don't remember if I end up blaze betting or not. But I end up finding my hoglins, which is good because I don't want to go through the whole run foodless. And yeah, this hoglin's being really annoying. But I think, yeah, I think I just kill it here. Yep, that gets me 4. I do actually kill another one. Probably didn't need to. But and now since I'm losing so much time doing that, my opponent actually is ahead into the fortress, even though um, I was in the bastion before they had entered the nether. So yeah, my opponent's ahead of me now, so I'm just like, okay, well, I gotta crawl back some time somehow. I only have 16 pearls as well, actually. The trades were not very good. And do I also only have 2 fire res? I'm just not paying attention to anything. I guess okay, no, I don't have 2 fire res. I just did not splash it earlier. Anyway, I do blaze bed. Um, so that's, yeah. When I'm behind into the fortress like this, it's really important for me to get my blaze bed off as quickly as I can, so that I can, you know, get back as much spawn, like get ahead on as much spawns as I can. As you can see, this one was a 4 spawn just because I blaze bedded. So yeah. And now I'm just going to build my portal. Oh yeah, because now it's time to do access. And since in ranked there's no time for pausing, it's all real time, you want to overlap doing your maths with killing blazes. So that's why I blind not on 6 rods, but on 4. And the rods honestly don't really matter. I blind after 2 cycles. That's the important thing, right? I do my blaze bed, I get my rods, I get at least 1 rod, and then I measure. That's kind of my formula. Not my formula, just the steps that I take when I'm doing axis. So basically how axis works is you throw one eye and you measure the angle of that, and then you turn about 90 degrees in either direction, go a certain distance around one chunk away, and measure another eye, and then you measure the angle change of those 2 angles, and depending on that angle change, you look at a spreadsheet which tells you how far away it is and which blocks you have to, like, how far you have to go in each direction. So, the first angle I got was 126, and the second angle I got was 127, meaning the angle change I had was 1. And so that means it's around about 1,000 blocks away. So, since it's not in a perfectly straight line, I have to go like, maybe 100 blocks in one direction. This is in the nether. So 100 blocks in one direction, and like 70 blocks in the other. So that's pretty much how Axis works. I hope I did an alright job at explaining that. It's a pretty simplified version. Obviously, like, there's a lot more to learn if you're actually trying to learn it, but that's the gist. So yeah, once I'm back into the nether, I'm looking at my coordinates, and then I'm trying to add some numbers to it, figure out where my second portal should go. While I'm waiting for more blazes, I'm pre-crafting my beds, so I don't have to waste time doing that later. And now I've gotten enough rods, and I'm out of here. So yeah. Just thought I would speed this part up because there's not really much going on here. I'm just ender pearling 2 coords and building my portal. Anyway, now I'm at the coordinates. I wonder if I actually I Spy from this. It's pretty rare to I Spy, especially on a far angle change. But if I do I Spy, then I will be I Spying at the same point as my opponent. Oh, but I don't. But it's ocean exposed, and actually this is where Axis saves me a little bit of time, because my opponent doesn't actually realize that it's ocean exposed, and I can actually just see the portal room exposed from where I am. So even though they entered the stronghold earlier, I'm going to be entering the portal room earlier. And then I can enter the end, and hopefully finish the run earlier. So yeah, this is 12:20. This is, if I hit the 0, this is no, it's not sub 13 pace, but it's definitely sub 14 pace. Unfortunately, I can't hit the 0 because I actually sent the 1-eye, and I don't have any pearls left, so I just have to bridge. I'm not going to speed bridge because that would be dangerous, and I don't want to risk throwing another sub 15 pace run when I've been grinding for so long for this. So yeah, in the end, setting up for half bow probably. I wonder if I actually do half bow. It looks like I do. Yeah. So yeah, now I'm in the end, and I'm like, hooray! This could be the time where I get sub 15 no calc, finally. And then I can move on to Ninja Brain Bot. Dude, setting up Ninja Brain Bot was such a pain, but it's actually really fun. As a non-user of Calculator for however long, nearly a year. It's been nearly a year. I started in March, and it's January now, so that's like 9 months or 10 months, I think. So yeah, as a non-user of Calculator for 10 months, it's really new, it's really interesting, and it's really fun. And it's just so exciting how I can just hit the stronghold pretty much every single time. Yeah, it's really nice. It's a bit controversial, obviously, because, you know, do you want calculators? Is calculator, you know, is doing maths a required skill for speedrunning? And, you know, the speedrunning community as a whole has decided that it's not, and it has definitely allowed for so much faster times. It's honestly just a lot easier to allow the calculator, because then you kind of are blurring the line between what is and what isn't allowed. The Axis sheet is still just using a spreadsheet and just a bunch of pre-determined numbers which have already been calculated. So it's kind of a calculator, just less accurate calculator, and you have to add and subtract yourself. Anyway, that's the end of the run. I just was yapping for the end of that and completely missed the one cycle, but yeah, that was pretty cool. It was a long perch, probably could have been sub 15, sub 14, sorry, if I had like an insta perch, but that was not the case. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.